Okay, what's on top of that pattern stack is another, these things are endless, another S2L up there. Now let's see if we get our 73625 root 4 with this pattern stack. 73625 root 4. Okay, we also do get it on this pattern stack. So it's not just on the what we call the open capo pattern stack that goes all to the right. So good for us, you know. It's irrelevant which pattern stack you're using. There's always this stack of notes. And what this particular chart is talking about is that there's a pattern that you can go through this. The root is here, okay, and then the second is 2 down. All right, I can do it without these guys because I know how it works. The root's here, the second is 2 strings down, the third is 2 strings down. 2 strings down, but coming around the top of it is the fourth. 2 strings down from the fourth is the fifth. 2 strings down from the fifth is the sixth. 2 strings down from the sixth is the seventh. Come around the top again, 2 strings down from the seven is the root, and on and on and on. That's what that particular chart was about. You know, that just the arrangement of the guitar. I'm always trying to find things like that. You know how things go. Now this would have to go through the warp though on the guitar. Okay, how you would use that, you know, would obviously be, if I start here down here with the root here. Excuse me, I'm yawning because it's getting cold in here. All right, 2 strings up from here unwarped would be the second. And it should be the second. All right, so here's the root. 2 strings down from the root, sorry, is the second. So if I start, say, here, and I'm still in an unwarped zone here because it's still the bottom 4 strings as far as I consider them. All right, it's backwards in traditional numbering, but I consider 1, 2, 3, 4 the bottom 4 strings. So we start here on this root on string 4. 2 down would be the second. So I could almost do a scale. Do, re. All right, and find another 2. Okay, would almost be the same tone. And then 2 down from that would be 3. All right. Then find another 3. 2 down from that would be 4. Now why didn't that work? Okay, so I figured out what was wrong. With the 3, once we get to the 3, okay, 2 down from 3 is not the fourth. It's 2 down from 3 over here in an unwarped pattern. All right. The 4 is over 1. All right, but that is because in the pattern takes into consideration the half step. See, there's a half step between this 3 and 4. So when you go this far in a pattern on the guitar, there's a half step in between this 7 and this root. In this situation where you go 2 to 3, there's a whole step because you're going up a fourth, all right, and then you have a perfect third, a minor third, a whole step. Here, for, say, from the 7 to 3, 7 to root is a half step. You go up a fourth, so it goes 7 to 3, okay, and then half step, whole step, minor third, all right, half step. Try that one more time. 7 to let's try 3 to 6. So E to A. 3 to 6 is a fourth. All right, over to here is a perfect third or 2 whole steps. To here is a minor third to here is a whole step. Alright, and to here, right there is a half step. That's what that is. So there's this half step built into the pattern. That's why it appears as if 3 could go 2 down from 3 in the pattern. So it's just in the pattern step. That's not really what's going on in the strings. So from, like I say, if you're on the root here, up here in an unwarped zone, you go down 2 strings. See, guitar always has a little glitch in it because of the way it's set up with the warp, the tuning warp, and a lot of things work for 4 or 5 of the string intervals, and then the 1/6 string interval is different. So let's see if there's only one string interval that's different here. So root goes to 2. All right, I'm just going to stay in an unwarped zone. That's true. Root goes to 2. All right, 2 goes to 3. So I'll just start on a D here. 2 strings down goes to E. Okay, and then 3, does 3 go to 4? No. So that's our 1 no. Okay, then we go, does 4 go to 5? Okay, so let's start on an F. 2 strings down, yes. Does 5 go to 6, 2 strings down? Yes. Does 6 go to 7, 2 strings down? Yes. Does 7 go to root, 2 strings down? 6 goes to 7, so no. Okay, so guess what? It works pentatonically. It doesn't work for the fourth, third to the fourth, and the half steps there. So that's something to think about. No, it had nothing to do, well, probably had a lot to do with the tuning, but the ramifications were that it didn't work on the third and the fourth. So it works pentatonically going down here. All right, so on a pentatonic nature, all right, just to finish the topic, if you're on a C, all right, unwarped, 2 strings down, same fret number, you get to the second in the C, in the D, but the E isn't going to take you to the fourth. All right, so it's not even pentatonically, but it is something like, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 out of 7 ain't bad. You know, that kind of thing. It sounds like pentatonic nature. I'll look into that. You know, if it dawns on me, I will definitely share that with you, what's going on there. It's not extremely useful. It's just to keep on looking for techniques and ways to make things easier. So let's move along. This chart is chart 52, modal scale focus. All right, this is like an entire topic on itself. We've talked about this. There's different ways of describing scales and you know, the modes of the scale. So with Ionian is the first one. Okay, it's root 3 5 there. Now for the second one, I would consider it 2 4 6. All right, 2 4 6 there. But there are ways people would consider this 2 4 6 in a D mode, so it would be like a D major instead of a D minor, and then consider the third flatted right there. That's all that's saying. It's just a notation. This is an interesting chart. You know how there's 3 minors. There's the I don't really like talk about this because this is an old chart. That's okay. 3 minors.